2015 was, in my opinion, a very good year for films, but 2016 potentially could be better for the many reasons that we're about to discuss. Welcome, dear viewer, listener, viewer of sound waves. That'd be a weird ability. To Rule Thirds, your favorite film culture podcast, for obvious reasons. Might as well introduce ourselves. My name is Sean.
My name is Larry.
And my name is Max.
And if you couldn't tell by that brief little intro, today we're going through movies of 2016. Basically looking ahead, what we're excited for, what we think is most interesting, or stuff that just, nope, we're definitely skipping that, all that good stuff. And, but, you know, it's kind of an elephant in the room. We don't usually do this, but we should probably acknowledge the really quite unexpected on both sides passing of legendary musician David Bowie and legendary actor Alan Rickman. We should definitely just acknowledge that because it was really sudden.
Cancer sucks. I want to punch it in the face.
Two men,
And
69.
both at 69, too.
Yeah.
Both at 69.
Both cancer.
It's a conspiracy!
It's a conspiracy.
And
So-
anybody who keeps doing that stupid, it happens in threes, stop that. That was never funny. That was never clever. Stop that.
I don't think it's meant to be clever. I think it kind of has some weight to it, depending on where
Yeah.
you look from.
Hey, Sean.
Anyway,
Hey,
But
Sean.
yeah, rest in peace, Alan Rickman.
Yeah, seriously.
Bowie.
And
We'll
Bowie,
talk
of
about
course.
actors someday, and I will bring him up, because he is
Oh yeah,
really,
Alan Rickman's wonderful.
Of
Snape
course.
is
Oh,
Hey,
fantastic.
Sean.
Snape is the best character in Harry Potter, and I didn't think so until the movies. Alan Rickman just made that.
Yep.
Anyway, what, Max?
What happened with the community? Did they like our videos? Did they like our best of, worst of 2015? Did they say anything?
They did. We got a little bit.
yeah.
Thank
Cool.
you for prompting my segment. So I guess we'll have to start. We recorded them at the same time, so we didn't do any background on it. We'll start with the favorite films of 2015. And again, if you guys didn't listen, we did our top three favorite films of 2015 and least favorite. And that
Go
was
check
a lot
them
of
out.
fun.
They're good episodes.
Yeah.
They are.
really
I think
good.
they turned out really well. They
Lots of
recorded
fun.
back to back, and that was a fun recording session.
Yeah.
You know. So all we have on the best is from Whitley. He says Max isn't entirely wrong. The original Star Wars films had their share of dumb acting and acting not present moments too. I would say.
I was just going to television station and get some
Yeah,
power converters.
Okay,
Hey, Mark
depends
Hamill
on the
recently
movie.
Yeah, to be
addressed
fair,
it.
he did point out that he made that extra whiny for the
On Twitter, like 2 weeks ago, he addressed that line. So there. And he made his own list for us on favorites. Number 3 was The Gift, which I really did enjoy. It was, I guess,
I
in
never
runner-up
saw it.
status. It wasn't in my top 10, but I really enjoyed The Gift. Jason Bateman. What's his face? He directed it. You guys remember?
I don't recall.
I
I don't recall the
Anyway.
movie.
I saw one preview of it with you, Sean, and that was it.
Oh, okay. Number 2 for him was Ex Machina, which
Nice.
I've heard nothing but
Oh
great
my
things.
goodness gracious! My family was watching it, and I heard the soundtrack of the heavy bass, and it's like, whoa! And I'm like, hey, it's Oscar Isaac. I should watch that movie now because Poe is great.
So I'll watch it eventually, but I've
Yeah,
not seen
recently
it. And then-
saw it actually. I watched it for myself. Damn good. Really,
you guys,
really good.
do you? Okay, I don't mean to stick around in this, in last year's big movie, but you know that Oscar Isaac and Adam Driver were both in Inside Llewyn Davis.
Yeah, they had a jam
Yeah.
session.
That's
which is
it's
pretty
really cool.
hilarious.
I have to watch the movie now because it's like
That's
you
another
think they
great
knew?
one.
They're just like, hey, it's you again. What's up, man? Yeah.
Kylo Ren and Poe Dameron having a jam session in the middle
Yes,
of the
anyway,
battle.
guys,
Sorry,
we can't.
sorry.
We got enough movies to talk about here without going backwards.
Right.
Number 1 was Inside Out. For
Duh.
obvious reasons. Honorable mentions, he says.
yes.
Honorable mentions, he says, go to The Martian, Spotlight. I was waiting, Max. Do you want to grumble at that?
Grumble.
Okay, there you go.
Bridge of Spies. I'm gonna grumble. Grumble. And The Walk, which I thought was pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah.
I should have.
Yeah.
I meant to go see The Walk.
Oh
Dang it.
yeah. Oh my God, Larry, find a way to watch it in the theater, maybe in
In the
3D.
theater.
Like
I don't know how I could find that.
as in because it's not in theater. You know what I mean?
But it was good though.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, that was a good
good
movie.
Okay,
By
good.
the way,
Good.
just so you guys know, this is also being recorded the day that the Oscar noms went up. So we might
Oh, yeah.
throw if you hear any references to that, it's because that's sort of on our minds, kind of.
right.
Like
Little
you
bit,
and I
yeah.
both
Yeah,
have
a
something to
little bit.
grumble about, Sean, with the Best Picture noms.
What did we grumble about?
Well, Bridge of Spies and Spotlight was nominated.
Oh yeah, that's right. We can both grumble. I remember now.
And Fury
Anyway,
Road.
Whitley.
Ha-ha!
Yeah, it's the only reason it'd win is to try to get like popularity points.
It won't
So,
win.
It won't.
No,
It
it
won't
won't.
win.
It's not going to win, but I was positive it was going to get a nomination. Anyway, guys, that's not what the point of this podcast is, nor is the community segment. Let's get through this.
Okay.
Whitley also commented on our least favorite, saying he didn't see any truly bad movies this past year, but Spectre is
Good.
probably the most mediocre.
So
God.
lucky.
So he didn't
No,
despise it.
We don't get to give it the title of mediocre. It deserves worse than that.
Well,
Far
Whitley
worse
disagrees.
Whitley,
he did
stop
bring
being
up-
so nice to movies.
He also says that he suggested that we do a top three favorite and least favorite movies of like all time,
Oh, wow.
Well,
That'd be
which I
hard.
could easily do
yeah,
my
I
favorites.
could do that too.
Oh,
but I mean,
favorites
like,
would be, yeah, but
we had to
best
say
would
that
be
for like
different.
the end. If
Yeah, that would
you
be
know,
like the end of the podcast and
of
everything.
this long ongoing project that we were just talking about before we started recording. Like this ongoing 3-man operation to have relevance on the internet.
So I guess that's the end of the community segment.
Oh,
So
all right. Thanks, Whitley.
yeah, you're a community this week, but everyone else don't feel shy. Comment away. So now I guess we should just jump into the movies.
Wait.
You
Yeah.
guys,
Hold it. I have a proposition.
okay.
Gentlemen, we are all given one award for the most anticipated film. Once we get to that movie, we put it on there and we get a chance to rant about it a bit. Is that cool?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But we have to keep it, don't
Yeah,
just
yeah,
go
yeah.
on.
Like, well, because we got a lot to go through, but like we
Right.
have like this pin that we get to put on the movie, and once you get there, you're like, wait, guys, it's time for my most anticipated movie, blankety blank. Is that cool?
All right.
Cool. Let's
Sure.
do it.
I don't really know mine. I'll kind of feel it out when we get there.
I have a good
So-
idea of what mine will be, but we'll see what happens as we look through.
Mm-hmm.
So let's jump in.
Where do we start?
So the first big release, which I will have seen by the time this goes up because I'm so morbidly curious, is 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi.
Ah, yeah.
Oh
From our
yeah,
good-
Michael Bay's Benghazi movie. He
good
really
friend Michael
wants
Bay.
the world to know that this is his Benghazi movie.
I know. I
Which is
just,
weird because of how politically divisive that whole issue is. Like,
okay, here's the basic. Here's just the point. I don't trust Michael Bay
Nope.
with this recent of a hot topic.
Me
you know?
neither.
I just don't trust him.
it's like doing 6 Days in Fallujah directed by Michael Bay. Like, no. And
Anyway,
Roland Emmerich,
it's-
like, whoa,
it's-
stay away, buddy.
It's getting meh reviews. I don't think it's going to be a train wreck, which is kind of my hope. That's why I'm going, because I was hoping to be this beautiful,
How did they
offensive train
get
wreck.
John
Look, look.
Krasinski?
Michael Bay has already messed up one major event in America's history. He's probably going to screw up another. So
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
well,
you're like when the comet came down and almost destroyed the planet, right? That's what you guys are talking about?
Yes, that is the one.
Exactly.
Next, also coming out this weekend, we have Ride Along 2. All Kevin Hart movies seem the same to me.
Look,
I have
Ride
no
Along
interest.
and Ride Along 2 both gave us great bits on Conan. That's why I think it. So that's good. That's why I'm okay with it.
Okay. Norm of the North looks just abysmal.
I don't know why this exists.
I
don't
The
know.
animation
It exists.
especially
What
looks
is it?
really lackluster.
Wait, is it the Polar Bear movie?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oof.
I don't know what
It
that
just not top quality at all.
No. Fifth Wave seems to be just kind of the young adult thing applied to sci-fi and aliens. It's not really made for me.
Chloe
No,
Grace Moretz really needs like a star vehicle. Like she needs to be in like a big blockbuster movie. Like
I think this is the hope
Hasn't
that
she
this would be it.
tried
I don't think
that?
it
what?
will
She
But
be.
it's a January release. Like
Yeah, it's not going to work.
Wait, but she
that's-
did Carrie. That was like a
but
star
that wasn't like
vehicle.
no. Like that was like horror movie stuff. Like I'm talking like summer, like May, like Miss Marvel.
I was just about to say Miss Marvel.
Chloe Grace Moretz as Captain Marvel. Would
Well,
it
you
happen?
know-
Maybe. I don't think so, but maybe.
Well, look, she already has a following, so
Oh, she does. I'm part of it. I mean, I think she's
Yeah.
really good. But
I
like,
think she
she's-
has a following. She's pretty safe for now. It would be nice to see something like Oscar worthy somewhere down the
Absolutely.
line in her career.
She has that. She totally has that potential.
If I could backtrack just a little bit, Lady in the
Sure.
Van goes wide, I think, this weekend also. And,
Maggie Smith.
Yes, I've been hearing good things about Maggie Smith. That's specifically why I want to bring it up. So I'm interested
cool.
in that one as
Yeah.
well.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
please do not be afraid to back up a little bit if I skip over something.
Yeah,
So.
no problem.
The Boy, which honestly I'll never see because I'm really bad at handling horror, but I like the
Same.
concept.
Same.
Haunted doll, it's like that's a creative enough setup. Hopefully it's not squandered.
Good TV spots from
Yes,
what I've seen.
I have seen a few of those. They're good. Max, have you seen those at all?
No, I haven't. What makes them good?
They're just
Quickly.
freaky. They're creepy.
Yeah, just
Works.
kind of condensed. Yeah, this is good. Hard to, and we don't. I want to get into it. This isn't the preview podcast.
Just like
so.
really good prop design for the doll. Let's just
Oh,
go
yeah.
with that. Really
Yeah.
solid from what we see.
Dirty Grandpa, I just don't believe it will be pulled off. I just don't
Why?
think they'll pull
That's
it
just
off.
so weird that it's like a thing. There's
Okay, Robert
If
De Niro.
you ever
Oh my god.
wanted to see a sex scene with Robert De Niro and Aubrey Plaza, here's the film for you.
Oh my god, like Robert De Niro did The Intern, which like worked kind of, but that was a light comedy, and now he's going for like a teen sex comedy. Like I don't get
Yeah.
it. I don't
I
know.
like Zac Efron and Aubrey Plaza, but I just don't see this movie working.
oh, Aubrey Plaza's in the movie. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she doesn't play the most respectable character.
No.
Hey, I just want to point out a movie that's coming. I don't think it's one of those awards movies that like it's going everywhere. I just want to say Anomalisa is coming out in a theater near
Yeah.
me on January 22nd. Seeing that, Charlie Kaufman is one of the greatest writers of our time.
That is
and
correct.
I'm totally down with it. It was nominated for best animated feature, which I mean against
It might
Inside
steal
Out,
it.
like
might
it
steal
could.
it.
It might
has
take
already.
it.
It's done it.
It might
so,
take it.
Who knows?
I just hope Inside Out kind of gets it too.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm hoping for Inside Out, but yeah, I'm seeing Anomalisa like the weekend it comes out. So yeah, Charlie Kaufman.
Good stuff. Good
Eternal
stuff.
Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And being John Malkovich, guys.
Yes,
Come on.
yeah.
Yeah,
great.
The next.
Oh, whoa.
Adaptation.
Whoa.
Okay. Chill.
Whoa.
We can't get into a fight over
Okay,
every
fine.
offhand,
But wow, that's-
dismissive
We'll have to talk
chuckle
about
or
that.
whatever.
We're gonna have to talk about that one of these days.
Okay.
All right.
The next film of note, I would say, just because of its really troubled history, it was filmed like a bajillion years ago or whatever. Jane Got a Gun.
Oh man, you guys. Okay, did you know the first day of production, the director showed up drunk?
Good work.
Ah, wonderful.
Like,
Wonderful.
that was when I was like, oh
wow, look at this
okay,
cast.
Great.
Yeah, it's a western starring Natalie Portman, Joel Edgerton, and Ewan
wow.
McGregor.
That's
so
a good cast.
yeah, and it's got a solid enough setup. A woman asks her ex-lover for help in order to save her outlaw husband from a gang out to kill him. That's a solid western plot right there.
Why'd it take so long, though?
It's what?
Why'd it take so long?
I don't know. You can look in the story. I just know I've heard about Jane Got a Gun for like years, trying to get it out. But
Well-
now it's finally happening. Maybe. we'll have to see. After that, 50 Shades of Black, Marlon Wayans, comedy.
Another idiotic attempt to try to cash in on what's hilarious.
Also, it's so like late. Like nobody talks
Yeah.
about 50 Shades anymore.
I mean, it's
like,
giving us
nobody
2
even
more
jokes
sequels,
about it.
but yeah, I don't know.
John
I like
Oliver's
the
not
tagline
even
though.
doing the hashtag not my Christian joke anymore. Like it's done. We're done, guys.
That's true.
I like the tagline, which is way shadier than gray. That's a solid
That's
tagline.
funny.
All right, that might be the only funny joke about it.
I don't like this guy's. I don't like the Wayans track record for parody movies like this. So I'm not on board.
Kung Fu Panda 3, do you guys have thoughts? Because I found Kung Fu Panda just the most by the numbers movie I've ever
Well,
seen. So-
I mean, I disagree. I think Kung Fu Panda is a really good movie, but
I have
mean,
fun with Kung Fu Panda.
It's I mean, I've seen the trailers many times now, like an unhealthy amount of times. I think it's fine. I think it's going in a natural direction, and I mean, I'm hoping it's good. Like I'm hoping it's a good movie because, like, why not, right?
I just
yeah.
I
The
don't
Kung
know.
Fu Panda trilogy. I've heard 2 is
No,
good.
but it's not going to be a trilogy though. That's what I think the
They're
problem
probably going
is.
to keep making them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Kung Fu Panda 1 I had a lot of fun with. I think 2 is far better than 1 just in a conceptual and story standpoint. But I feel that 2 ended so nicely and had a very good end to the arc, and I
Wait.
feel that adding a third is just sort of like DreamWorks is basically doing sequels a lot now, and it's not really sitting well with me. They're kind of relying on their popular toy selling franchises.
I legitimately can't remember if I saw Kung Fu Panda 2.
I didn't. I
If
know I didn't.
if you can't
but-
remember, you should, because it's definitely better than the first.
Okay.
The
well,
villain alone makes it worth seeing.
And Max, just addressing the unhealthy amount of seeing the trailers. I forgot to mention, I've seen that one trailer for The Fifth Wave way too many times because it plays before every screening of Force Awakens, and I went to it 6 times.
Oh,
and
wow,
I saw
yeah.
it before. It's just
It
I
also
can't see
played
that
before The
trailer again.
Revenant for me.
Yeah, actually, I think it did for me too.
Yeah.
I can't see that trailer again.
Yeah,
Next
nope.
up is The Finest Hours, which I've had.
What movie?
I don't. I just. It's weird. I see the trailer. I see all this stuff, and I don't care. I do
Yeah.
not have any draw to it.
I like
It's
the
strange.
cast. Chris Pine, Casey Affleck,
Right.
good
You'd
actors.
think the cast would get me, but I'm not going to see it. I just have no interest. It's very strange.
It could be a decent movie.
Yeah.
Let's look out for
And
it.
then we hit the first
February.
actual
Well, we had a few actually.
Yeah, so the first one on this list, at least, which I'm very interested in, I'm so curious how this will turn out, is Pride and Prejudice. and zombies.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for it before
I
The
know.
Revenant. Holy moly.
If you don't know about Pride and Prejudice and zombies, it's exactly what it sounds like. So that's all you need to know. I hope it's good. I hope it's basically Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, crazy,
Oh my
fun,
God, that was
surprisingly
so much
this was the
solid.
book that like started that whole trend of like
Kind
It
of.
started, but it was one
altering
of them,
history
yeah.
with like weird supernatural horror elements of today. Like no, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies was like the first big one, and that's what led to.
Abraham Lincoln.
I believe they were written by the same author, maybe. I think.
I
I don't
know.
think so. All I know is from what I've seen, it looks like a great female empowerment movie, which is nice to have.
Yeah.
Yep. Always.
It also has Lena Headey and Charles Dance from Game of Thrones
yes.
and Matt Smith from Doctor Who. So it's got a good little cast there.
Plus, the action looks awesome. Lots
Yep.
of great action scenes all around. I'm looking forward to it. I might go out and see it, honestly, if I get the
Yeah,
time.
I think I'm definitely going to. I'm just so curious.
Now I'll
And
be
then
too
the-
busy seeing the other movie coming
Yeah.
out this
Okay.
Friday.
Yeah.
This is the
okay.
one that we're probably gonna. This is probably gonna be our next review because it's
Yep.
the first movie that we really kind of all care about talking in a little bit. And that is the new Coen Brothers movie, Hail Caesar.
I've never been excited for a Coen Brothers movie. I'm finally getting on board because, yeah, movie about movies. I'm down with that.
Yeah, it kind of just it wouldn't be over at least with it's about movies in Hollywood and has Ray Fiennes in it.
And it has an incredible cast. Like
Yeah,
this thing
can
Oh
we
is
just
my
huge.
God,
run through
so
these guys?
good.
We got Channing Tatum, we got Scarlett Johansson, we have Tilda Swinton, we have Ray Fiennes, we have Josh Brolin, we have Dolph Lundgren, we have Jonah Hill, we have at the helm it seems George Clooney.
George
As
Clooney
our
is like
main
at the
character.
bottom,
And Josh
even though he's-
Brolin. I think Josh Brolin is really.
I said Josh Brolin.
Yeah, but he's at the head, I think, more than Clooney.
Okay. Well,
He's the
anyway,
main character.
it's Coen Brothers. It looks funny.
Yep,
I'm not a
looks
fan of the
great.
second trailer they released, which is just basically a scene from the movie.
Oh,
Kind
I'm
of
not
like
gonna
what's-
watch it then because I don't want to see that.
Yeah, kind of what Zootopia did, only it's Zootopia had like it's a kids movie excuse, whereas too drawn out. This one's just kind of too long of a joke.
I
Single
really
joke
like
for
the
a
first trailer. The first trailer is really good.
It was good, especially that shot, the first George Clooney thing, where he starts his speech awkwardly in the camera, like, "Wow, that's a terrible performance," and then he just
Yeah.
drops it because it is supposed to be in movie performance of
Fate.
It was
Fate.
clever.
That's the word.
Yeah,
Fate.
it's very clever.
Yeah, it looks
so-
really good. Really,
Yeah,
really good.
I'm sure it'll be good. I'm pretty excited to see it.
I don't know.
Anything else? Like
I don't know.
what else we can
Coen
say.
Brothers.
No, I'm down.
I don't know. I mean, some of the movies I'm more about than yay, but I think this one really looks like one of their better ones from what just from what I've seen. Just the cast and the story and it looks very funny too. So I'm looking forward to it for sure.
We have The Choice, Nicholas Sparks. That's like the most generic name I've ever heard. By the way,
Nicholas
for
Sparks. Let's move on.
Why do they keep
and then we
making
get-
those?
the biggest, probably the first like blockbuster of the movie of the year.
Yep.
Sorry, Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Yep. So basically,
Bang,
all I have
bang,
to say
bang.
is, if I don't get on board with this movie, it is going to be insufferable.
Yeah.
I'm worried. 'Cause
Obnoxious.
because the trailers are pretty hit and miss with me already. So if I watch this movie and this character just seems annoying and it's just pandering so much to the fans, because make no mistake, this movie is made because of the fans, so it is made exclusively for Deadpool fans, which might be really good. We
Now,
might
let's
get this
see.
very
I did
unique
watch a
Deadpool
movie once that was made specifically and exclusively for its fans, and last time I checked, it was a freaking horrible movie. And I don't want that to happen with this movie because I like Deadpool in concept. I like him in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I like him as like a fourth wall guy. I mean, I love meta humor. Why don't I get behind this guy? Because he's obnoxious.
Yeah, so if they don't sell that for me, it's going to be an uncomfortable hour 46 minutes.
I'm looking forward to it. I think it has a lot of potential.
I mean, I like that it's rated R. And
yeah,
that
that's
it was
nice.
that the fans got it made. Ryan Reynolds pushed for it, fan petitions, leaked footage. Like the
Yeah.
community kind of is the only reason it exists. Like that's cool. But if we don't get a good product out of that, it'll kind of shut down that from ever happening again, at least for a few years.
But I don't know, I do like how they're sort of given the past of it also. It's not just a one-off Deadpool fun movie. They are giving him a character, which I think is a good
but
sign.
Whether or not it becomes just this bland tacked on
Right.
and an attempt to make it seem like a legitimate film, or if it naturally comes through, we'll have to see.
I don't know. I think a lot of it's going to rely on Ryan Reynolds and just
Yeah.
how he voices really the character. So,
Zoolander 2, I've not seen Zoolander,
Wait.
heard it's really good.
Zoolander is so funny.
My only thing about this is why didn't you call it Two-Lander? You made fun of it in the chat. It's such a good name.
By the way,
Two-lander. Why
I
don't
think
do it?
Max, were you there? I don't remember. I remember it was in Santa Monica when I first saw the trailer
No,
for
I
Zoolander
think we
2.
both saw it in the same,
And
like...
I had
we were
no
like-
idea what it was because if you haven't seen it, it's like this CGI
Yeah, me neither.
about
And,
like-
the human brain.
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
this,
we
and
were
I
in the
was
same theater for
awesome.
this. I was like, is this a new Stephen Hawking movie? Like, Stephen
Yeah.
Hawking movie? Like...
because it had the voice and it
Well,
was just genuinely
Tony
confusing.
Hawk.
And then the reveal is so good. It's a
Okay,
great
see,
first
well,
trailer.
if you look, with that brain graphic, if you look closely, if you've watched the first Zoolander, you can see references to the first Zoolander movie in those.
I've seen the
graphics.
first Zoolander. Didn't make me laugh, but
I caught the references instantly.
Oh, okay.
I saw it. But I love Zoolander. It's one of my favorite comedies. So I'm really looking forward to Zoolander 2. I think it does a good. It looks so far to do a good job of recapturing what made the first one so absurdly funny. So, thumbs up for me.
Next weekend, The Witch has gotten buzz. I don't know anything about it except that as a 90 on Metacritic. So it's
Yeah,
pretty
it's
impressive.
very highly reviewed.
Yeah, Risen it seems to be a hybrid of the
Oh my God, it
religious
was-
movie subgenre. With
Yeah.
actually, it seems like it might actually be a legitimate movie. So maybe they're moving to being actual films, or maybe they're just trash that I'll have to.
Joseph, wait.
Yeah,
Joseph Fiennes. Is this Ray Fiennes' son?
I don't know, but Tom Felton is Potter. Malfoy. So
I don't know. Like I saw the trailer for Risen right before The Big Short, I think, when I went to go see it, and I was so confused. I was is this like is it like an investigation of Jesus? And like,
yeah, that seems to be it's weird. And
the trailer is not just not good. The trailer needs work.
I haven't seen the full trailer. I just seen like posters, read about it, and again, I might have to. We might have to do an episode on this subgenre as it continues to grow in the back of my head, like I don't know, tumor. But not for now. Next up is the first faux buster of the year, which is a term I love using, and also will probably spawn an episode soon. Gods of Egypt, the whitest Egypt of all.
Faux bust? What? Excuse.
Is it
okay.
blockbusters that are not blockbusters in any sense?
What I define as a faux buster is we all know that it's not going to be good. It looks super high budget, but it isn't actually that high budget. It's big, kind of mindless action like Pompeii, like Underworld, like Gods of Egypt, where it's just kind of
What?
brainless, like
Gods of
Frankenstein.
Egypt is like Gods of Egypt?
Right, I was just naming some of the genre, Jesus. I, Frankenstein was another. Those movies, where they're the big action stuff before the real blockbusters step in early summer and spring. That's what I call faux buster. Anyway, Gods of White Egypt.
White gods of Egypt, you mean?
White Gods of White Egypt. There we go. We both won.
I saw Exodus. Was it last year?
Yeah.
Man.
No, 2014.
2014. Okay, I can't even remember. That was a snooze fest. Big miss for Ridley Scott. And this kind of looks eerily similar in many ways. I do like Gerard Butler being involved. He's always good.
And Nicola Castor-Waldau from Game of Thrones, so...
Is he the guy who plays the guy with the eye patch?
Yes.
Okay, then that guy looks cool too. So it could be fun. I don't like these big whitewashed God movie. God movies.
I am like anti-interested. Like I
Yeah,
I
I don't know.
actively dislike the interest of this genre and everything.
Good
Yeah.
cast,
Cool poster, though.
and good
Cool
effects,
poster.
and cool poster. I don't know. It looks kind of bland and boring story-wise to me.
Okay.
Ugh.
We have... March 4th, we have Knight of Cups, which is the Terrence Malick movie that was like this, apparently his masterpiece, but is getting like mediocre reviews. And
Wait,
it
is
was
this it?
reviewed,
Is this finally coming out?
Yes, March 4th. It has Christian Bale.
And it's about a screenwriter in
L.
L. Oh, it's about a screenwriter in L.A.
Tries to make sense of the strange events occurring around him.
Great
little
cast.
self-insert there. Yeah, it does have a great cast, but I know nothing about it outside that, so I don't want to go into it too much.
Oh, Terrence Malick. Oh,
Yeah,
he did
said
like
that.
he's Tree of Life.
Yeah, he's real good.
Uh-oh.
He's like he's a
Tree of
really
Life
good director.
was- Weird for me. I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe.
But I
would
think
like
we're
to-
all going to be busy watching the other movie coming out on March
Yes,
4th.
so this is the first of Disney's big
London has
2016.
fallen. Am I right, guys?
Yes,
That's what I was talking
Disney's
about.
London has fallen.
the trequel? No, sequel we've been waiting
Sequel.
for?
Yes.
I just because there were
waiting
two
for?
White House movies that came out.
No,
so
okay,
got
this is
confused.
Olympus has fallen. What are
Yeah,
they gonna do?
Olympus
Like,
Has
are they
Fallen,
just gonna
Olympus
do
Has Fallen.
like sequels all around the world, and then like they'll end it on The Moon Has Fallen?
Hey, it
I'll
could
watch
work.
that. I will watch The Moon
Honestly.
Has Fallen.
Okay. The real movie I want to talk about here really quick is Utopia.
Yeah, looks really good.
Yeah,
Which
I'm
does look really
down
good.
with this movie.
I really don't like the design of the Gazelle character voiced by
Shakira.
Shakira looks really weird, kind of creeps me out.
Yeah.
But has a great cast. The trailers look good. Even though the latest trailer
sloth
kind of
one.
just spells out the
Oh
moral
my
for
God.
you like 5
It's
times.
a rabbit trying to fit in because nobody lets rabbits into the police force.
It's pretty much social justice Mad Libs, okay?
I love that.
Yeah,
Social
so-
justice Mad Libs.
like the subtext isn't. It's just like
It's not subtext at this
sub.
point.
It's overtext.
It's text.
Yeah.
Subtext became
it's
text.
bus text. It's the reverse. So,
But
I'm
the sloth
excited for
scene,
it.
the sloth scene kills me every time I watch it.
Yeah, it really
Ah.
just.
It's pretty good.
Just that
it's gotten old
laughing
'cause I've
is
seen it
just
so
so
many times.
perfect.
But
Yeah, the
Beautiful
timing and
and-
everything.
But I think there's okay. Again, as we all know by now, Disney marketing is very much not the movie. We have seen
Yeah.
this so many times. We have to, as much as I
Frozen
like
looked
the
awful.
first trailer and the second trailer with the. Well, wait, the first.
Frozen,
teaser,
I think, had terrible. Like, if I was not interested at all in Frozen before the movie, like the
Yeah,
trailers
yeah, and
just
the
didn't
same
sell
thing.
well.
Like, and Frozen trying to be a masterpiece. So, like, if we just keep like, shut up. If we just keep going from here, like, with our assumptions of Disney movies, we just lay this to rest. We don't like. We say, hey, it looks great. I love that rabbit. Love it in every way. Want that rabbit in all the things. We move on because
Okay.
there's no way we can accurately like judge this movie because we've seen this happen before. Did Inside Out tell us what the movie was actually about? Not at all.
Not really,
Not
no.
at all.
Now, next up, Max, you get to brag a little bit. We got Whiskey Tango Foxtrot.
Yeah,
Whiskey Tango.
Tango
Tina Fey,
Foxtrot.
Martin Freeman,
Wait,
Margot
that's not coming out
Robbie.
the same day, is it?
Yeah.
You guys are. Oh.
Tina Fey, stop releasing against high-profile Disney films.
Hashtag you can see them both.
Right,
the reason
but
I can
having
brag
sisters and-
is because last January I worked on this movie on its first day of production. I got to see
Cool.
Tina Fey and Margot Robbie in person. I didn't get to meet them though because we're all working and we're trying to get through the day and we shouldn't be stopping around like saying hi to celebrities. Honestly,
Okay.
if you do that
get
on
to-
set, you suck.
Okay. We get to jump a bit.
Wow.
Unless, I mean, Brothers Grimsby
Looks
probably a hit or
legitimately
miss.
terrible. I
It's
think the
probably
Brothers
gonna-
Grimsby
Never even heard
looks
of it.
awful.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to dwell on it. The Divergent series,
awful.
Allegiant. I love the Divergent series because the first one is just atrocious and hilarious. The second one is only pretty bad. This one is probably going to be mediocre, and by that logic, the next one will actually be good.
I thought this is the last one.
Nope, they split into 2 parts, because of course they did.
Wait, what? That doesn't make
Yeah.
any sense. But it's
Darn
not Legion
it.
Part 1.
But they tricked us. Yeah, exactly. It's the Divergent series Allegiant, which is the name of the book, and then it's the Divergent series Ascendant. They made up a new
Oh,
word for the
God.
fourth. But do not be fooled. This is a part 1 and part 2. They're
God.
tricking us.
Well, at least they were a
I
bit
hate
subtle
this
about it, I
trend.
guess. I don't know.
Okay, March 25th. We've talked so much about it, I honestly think this will be pretty quick. Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice.
All right, here
Keeps
we
looking
go.
even more fun with all the clips that keep getting released.
I just, honestly, guys, if it's kind of like Deadpool, where if I'm in, I am so in. But if not, oh my god, it's just going to be this broody, manly man. "Yeah, I'm going to beat you up. And then Jesse Eisenberg runs in. I'm kooky. It's, yeah, it could go horribly wrong. But it could turn into one of the most, like, I don't know, awesome, in the most generic way of it's used, movie of the year. So
I'm
we'll have to
really,
see.
We also-
I'm really, really looking forward to it.
We also
For
have My
sure.
Big Fat Greek Wedding 2 coming out. I just want to say, you should move it. You should move these other movies coming out against BVS into April because nothing's coming out in April. Like genuinely, like nothing. Like there's so little movies coming out. Back to Batman vs Superman. I'm
Yeah.
sort of with Sean.
yeah.
I'm sort of like honestly like I want to again I might just be like, oh, this is nice. Look at all the action. This is cool. But like just I think there's something. Zack Snyder would not be this confident about people reacting this way to this movie. He said that Doomsday was revealed at the right time. He said that, everything is like being in place. There's something we're not seeing, which is good because I don't want to see everything before I see a movie, that he has up his sleeve, that this production has up its sleeve. And we're going to find out what it is at some point.
Or they're all lying to our faces.
Or Zack Snyder's trying to be far more impressive than he actually is, and we're just gonna get a cluster F of a movie.
Oh, hey, what's your problem? Zack Snyder's a good director.
Except Man of Steel.
Except.
Oh, I'm
No.
sorry. Okay, he did. Watchmen. Yeah, Watchmen was good. Real good. 300 was pretty good.
Okay,
That's
here's
2
look,
for 3. Okay, it's 2
look.
for
Here's
3.
what I'll say. Here's what I'll say. I'll say. Did he also do Sucker Punch?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he?
that was terrible.
Don't forget his mega blockbuster, beloved film, The Legends of the Guardians, Legends of Ga'Hoole.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Are we really gonna hold
Look.
that against him for doing a smaller movie? Like,
Okay,
come on.
listen. Okay, all I'll say is that I appreciate that he has a vision and that he has a way, like a direct way he wants to see it happening. I just think he takes the wrong approaches in some cases, and I think Batman v Superman so far looks like a fun movie and just a crazy mishmash of so many different things. Hopefully it works. I kind of hope it doesn't because it will be way more fun if it doesn't. But
Well,
I'll
I
root
want to
for
enjoy
him, considering he is dealing with a huge property here. So
it. Yeah.
This
Next
is
up,
like, imagine this, guys. This is Batman against Superman. Like, this is something that I thought everybody would be behind, like, immediately. But because of all the stuff that's happened with Man of Steel and Zack Snyder, people are just so divided about this. So, just like Man of Steel, a lot is riding on this movie, and it might just turn out to be the same thing as Man of Steel, where a bunch of people like it, a bunch of people don't, and it's just never really like, there's never really like a common ground.
Next up, April 8th, The Boss, Melissa McCarthy's comedy, solid setup for
Finally.
sure. Got Peter Dinklage in it, so that's
finally,
good.
McCarthy deals with a character that doesn't feel like the same character.
Okay, I'm sorry. Tammy looks
Yeah.
different. Is way different than than her character in Spy. Susan
Okay.
Cooper. Don't even. We're not getting into
True.
Spy, Max. I mean, Larry. Sorry, I'm just used to
Fine,
yelling
I'm
at you,
just
Max.
saying the
I'm just used to
characters-
yelling at you.
Characters kind of similar. There's a bit of a through line, I feel.
Okay.
And The Boss is just I'm just saying I admire that it's vastly different. Although the movie does look a little mean-spirited, which I'm not.
I think that'll be
super
fun if it's
into,
handled
but-
well. Mean spirited can come across really fun. Really
Yeah, but
funny.
little
Okay,
girls
I'm so-
fighting each other, you know.
I don't mean to
weird.
drive the conversation away from Melissa McCarthy, but can we go to the next week and look at the big movie that's come? What is this movie?
The Jungle Book.
No, the one above that.
Elvis Nixon.
Elvis and Nixon?
Michael
With Kevin
Shannon plays
Spacey as
Elvis.
Nixon?
Kevin Spacey plays
And
Nixon.
Michael Shannon. Who is this movie?
It's gonna
I
be
don't know.
awesome. I just saw it right now, and I'm already looking forward to it. These
Oh
are
my
two
God, what
incredibly
is this
talented
movie?
actors. This is gonna be great.
Okay, I'd heard the name, but I didn't give it any thought.
Elvis and Nixon. That's so awesome. And Kevin Spacey as Nixon. Like that's almost too perfect. I'm looking forward to this movie already.
Okay.
Also, Demolition with Jake Gyllenhaal. I always
Cool.
love Jake Gyllenhaal, so. I'm
so
gonna see
now we've got The Jungle Book,
All right.
which
The
not much is
first
known.
of two, right? First of two, the Jungle Book adaptation.
Yes, but the other one is
The other
kind
one's
of
coming
not
out
quite in
later.
production or something. It's kind of having some issues.
Right.
But this one is Disney, so it's
John
going smoothly.
Favreau.
You've got John Favreau. You have a
John
great
Favreau.
cast. It's the only live action character is Mowgli, and everyone else is all these CGI creatures, and they look impressive. I just hope that the whole movie can be held up. But if the Planet of the Apes movies show us that animals can be interesting protagonists with our with modern technology, I'm sure we're fine.
So
Yeah.
weird how Scarlett Johansson is Ka. I mean, it doesn't
like
really
it.
matter in the grand
like that
scheme. It's just
casting.
like,
It sounds really. Her voice acting sounds
oh
so
yeah,
far
it is.
really good.
I could not even tell it was her. Like
Yeah,
until
that's
I saw
really,
Scarlett,
it's
I'm
really
like,
good.
oh,
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson.
It looks a little dark. Like the trailers make it out to look a little too dark than I think it's gonna be.
I also think that's a little the trailers manipulating it.
Yeah, I know. It just there's a lot about the Jungle Book that could be twisted in a dark way, but those are really
I
more
think the
subtle.
original story is pretty dark. So
It is-
Yeah.
yeah, but the original Disney movie has
it
much
is?
more subtle with its darkness. So I'm hoping they take that approach. But
Oh my god!
I love
didn't
Jon
know
Favreau.
Bill Murray was Baloo.
yeah,
That's
great.
perfect casting. Perfect casting.
Giancarlo
I just-
Esposito is a killer. That's awesome.
yeah,
that'd
I'm
be
excited
great.
for it. I'm sure it'll be good.
Wow, this is a good cast. This is a good cast, man.
So speaking of a great cast, honestly, surprisingly so for this type of movie, we have the Huntsman: Winter's War.
Oh wait,
which
can we
is a
go one?
prequel.
Can we go one before that? Everybody
What?
wants some. Can I just make a note?
Why?
Because it's Dazed and Confused 2. Do we all agree with that? Basically, he's redoing Dazed and Confused.
oh, it's Richard Linklater.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
he's
Yeah,
doing
bas-
Dazed and Confused again because he saw that Boyhood.
Oh,
didn't
isn't
work.
the sequel to
So,
that '70s show? Jeez.
It's literally almost it's almost
Well,
kind of disgusting how
On the
similar
poster,
it is.
It says the spiritual sequel
Yeah.
to Dazed and Confused.
Why does that movie need a sequel?
Don't
Well,
know.
it's
Sorry,
not. It's a
I just-
spiritual sequel. Like
Yeah,
it's
but
like
it's
it's
so-
like, I mean, Hot Fuzz isn't a sequel to Shaun of the Dead. It's a
But the
spiritual
movie
sequel.
looks so shallow, though. I'm sorry. That really shocked me that this is the thing that follows
Well, after,
Boyhood.
I mean, after you have the chains of Boyhood like lifted from you, you get a little bit less you get a little bit more loose with.
So what? He wants to prove to us that he can do the exact same thing over again. I'm sorry. There's a lot I have to say about this movie.
Sit back down.
Anyway,
sorry.
Huntsman Winter's War.
Is it a prequel? Is it a prequel?
Yes.
I thought it was a sequel.
No, it's a prequel to Snow White and the Huntsman. It looks crazy, and I hope it's crazy fun. I hope it's crazy in the fun way.
Kind of it was a sequel.
No, it's a prequel. As far as I know.
That makes so much more sense now with Theron.
Oh, wait, no, it's a sequel.
Oh, it is a sequel? Okay. I hate how they're bringing back Theron. It looks so boring how they just bring her back again.
Yeah, that's the thing. This cast is intense. Emily Blunt, Jessica Chastain, Chris Hemsworth, and Charlize Theron.
I think Jessica Chastain on this. First off, Emily Blunt. Oh, man. Emily Blunt. Looks something... She looks... But, okay, Jessica Chastain, crazy. How did she get signed on to this movie?
I don't know.
I mean, is this a big property? Do I just not see it?
Well, Snow White and the Huntsman did relatively okay. And then they announced that a Huntsman movie was coming out after that. So this is, and then people just forgot that was happening, and then this showed up out of nowhere. So,
okay, yeah. And this next one we should be quick on because we've talked about it so much. Because obviously, it's probably I'm gonna guess Max's little most anticipated sticker.
No, it's not actually. No, it's not actually close even.
Really? Wow. Captain America: Civil War.
Yeah.
Do we need to say anything? It's Marvel's. It's gonna be a huge deal. What is there to be said?
James Gunn says it's one of the best Marvel movies. Then again, he might be a little bit biased because he made one of Marvel's best movies.
That's true.
That is true.
So I say we move on. Like you guys have heard us talk about
Civil War. I mean, we're all on the same page here. Yes, good movie. Looking forward to it. Hopefully good. Maybe hopefully.
We've got Snowden with Joseph Jogo.
Jogo. I am looking forward to this. Did you guys notice? Did you know? This movie was supposed to come out on Christmas, and it was pushed back for some reason.
I remember seeing a Christmas release at some point for this movie. But hey, I think it's cool to see Joseph Gordon-Levitt going for this kind of a role. I'm excited to see what he does with it.
Jogo was fourth billed, even though he's the guy on the title.
You know the title.
Yeah. And Nicolas Cage is in the movie. He's in the movie.
Why?
Somebody, not sure who, but he's in the movie, and that's why. Well, no, I'm saying it because Jogo, but really.
Of course you're seeing it because of Jogo.
Actually, real quick, did any of you guys see The Night Before? Anybody?
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, how was it?
I didn't see it.
It was actually quite good.
Cool.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. I should because I love all three of those guys.
Yeah, they're all good. Yeah, Anthony Mackie's subplot gets kind of the short end of the stick in terms of development, but it's okay, you know. Anyway, Free State of Jones. Have you guys heard of this one?
No.
I have actually just reading it. I learned
because
about it.
I saw the trailer out of nowhere, had zero idea what I was watching with the Revenant. I saw this trailer.
Oh, this didn't come up for me for the Revenant.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it's different, I guess, per theater and state or whatever.
But this
so
looks
it's basically
awesome.
Farmer during the Civil War leads a group of rebels against the Confederate Army, which I find hilarious because it's like Confederacy, they're rebels, and now there's like a rebellion against them inside. And I sincerely hope in the movie there's like a traitor in their midst so that they're a rebel to the rebels to the rebels. And then within that group, Anyway, it's Matthew McConaughey. It seems to be a solid enough Civil War movie. We'll see how it goes,
oh my God,
especially in comparison to the other Civil War movie.
Oh my God!
Why do we get so many movies about the Civil War?
It's just kind of a basic, easy template for conflict. You know,
yeah,
it's kind
I
of
guess
the most tumultuous.
Yeah,
politically,
but I like
speaking,
how they're.
period.
But I like how we are getting sort of a different angles with each different one that comes out.
Yeah.
So, but
except the '60s, those were probably worse for us.
Yeah.
Okay, that's true.
Could I say something? From here on out, like we're gonna be like, this is gonna get crazy. Like this,
Yeah.
we don't. I think we're all underestimating just how big this movie is. This year is gonna be. So
and I say also we can do kind of more faster.
Yeah.
As we're getting to a lot of ones. Neighbors 2, I like the first Neighbors.
Yeah,
I
me
like
too.
the concept of a sorority, and Zac Efron comes back to help the what's his face? Why am I
Seth Rogen?
Yeah, Seth Rogen. Thank you. And Rose Byrne deal with the sorority. And the whole theme is like their daughter. Oh, she'll turn into this, and it's good. That's a solid backbone for a comedy.
Yeah, it's so weird how Neighbors did so well when it came out.
Yeah,
I mean, it beat ASM too, and I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Never saw the first.
And now
Maybe
we have the biggest. What are you doing? This is like 3
kinda.
years
It's
late.
really
I would
late.
disagree.
Okay,
The Angry Birds movie.
It is definitely late.
It's
the
late.
Angry Birds movie should have
Yes, it's
happened
late
in
because Angry Birds has
2010
fallen off the
or
face
11.
of the earth. They slingshotted it and it just fell off the earth.
No one cares about Angry Birds anymore. I don't know
Yeah,
how well
it's
this will
kind
do.
of sad. Nobody cares about Angry Birds anymore.
And it's not like the cast is bad. Kate McKinnon, Peter Dinklage, Bill Hader, Jason Sudeikis, Maya Rudolph,
I'm hoping it'll be
Key
decent.
from Key and Peele, Josh Gad, Danny
Oh
McBride.
god, the plot
It's
is
gotta-
unknown. Oh jeez.
Well, it's pigs.
Yeah, it
It's-
really still hasn't really announced much of a plot.
I
I
don't know
want
if
to
it has
see
much of a
like
plot.
all the I want to see a climax where all the birds are like in this super awesome action scene with slingshots where they're just going at it, and like it's like super silly and awesome, but it's like super epic too. Just like Dawn of the Planet of the Apes stuff, you know? Like it's just crazy.
Wait,
I
is
would
this
love to see
Blue
that.
Sky? Is this Blue Sky doing it?
I don't think it is. No, they were
don't
so
know.
focused on the Peanuts movie and including a movie that we're going to be talking about in a little bit that they were not on this. I think this is Sony.
Well, whoever. Oh, Sony. Oh, okay. Well, the animation's really good.
yeah,
it
It
looks
looks
okay.
really nice.
and
so-
Jason Sudeikis is a good
Bravo.
voice. Really
oh
good.
yeah, perfect voice for the character after just watching the trailer for sure. So I'll go see it. I'm kind of intrigued. We'll see
Okay.
if it's worth anything.
Same weekend, we have Shane Black's next film, The
Yes,
Nice
The
Guys.
Nice
with Ryan
Guys.
Oh,
Gosling
is
and
this
Russell
The
Crowe.
Nice
Shane
Guys.
Black? Yes.
Yeah,
Took
and
him
then
long enough.
I just heard of it, hadn't seen anything. Saw the trailer before revving it. Seems good. Seems
Oh
solid.
man, this
but
is
I don't
probably
have
my
any-
second most anticipated.
Oh, okay.
Honestly,
This looks to
I
be like the
love
Man
it.
from U.N.C.L.E. of this year. Like just something.
No
Well,
one's
I
gonna
mean,
see, but will be received
oh
okay.
no, oh man, I hope people see. I'm just glad that Ryan Gosling is finally coming. He's making a. I mean, like it's been like 2 years ish since he's made a film of note. He was in The Big Short, which he was great with, and now he's looking hilarious in The Nice Guys. So I'm looking forward to Gosling coming back with a bang. And he has La La Land too with Chazelle coming out at some point. So I'm really looking forward to this one especially. The cast looks great. Shane Black is great. Really looking forward to it.
All right, X-Men Apocalypse.
All right.
Looking
here's,
forward to this one as well. Thumbs
We've
up for
already
me.
talked a decent amount about it.
Have we?
Loved, yeah. I mean, there's okay. Maybe it's more that there's not much to say. I mean, I love
Right,
this feature
yeah.
cast. It's same director and cast. Yeah. Like I don't have anything to say. I'm
I
sure
will
it'll be
say
good.
I'm looking forward to seeing Oscar Isaac as a villain.
Yeah, that would be
and-
interesting.
And under all that makeup,
Yeah,
too.
I
I'm
don't
interested.
recognize him. I look him. I just don't think you're actually Oscar Isaac under there.
Yeah, what's the voice, too? Like he's just
Holds up
transformed
Wolverine.
himself.
So who does the talking first? You or me?
Okay.
Looks
Alice
good
Looking
though.
Glass.
Great action beats.
All right. The last
Why-
film that Alan
why are we
Rickman
getting a
has
sequel?
provided his talents to.
Oh, did he already provide the voice for it?
Yeah,
Yes.
the film is completed.
Okay.
Yeah, he was the caterpillar as he was in the first movie.
That's the
I was
sole reason I'm
okay
going to go
with the
see
first.
that. I
And this
don't
one
like.
looks
I,
The
creative.
first was
I like the
bad.
trailer.
Like the first was a bad movie. I
no,
remember
the first
this.
one's
okay
just
with it.
the first one, in my opinion, was just so dreary. I didn't like the first one.
It was like so like Disney was like, okay, you're Tim Burton, right? Go do Tim Burton things. Don't even worry. Don't even trip, bro. Just go do your weird things and like make a stereotype out of yourself. Thank you.
Yeah, and it's
All right.
bad.
And it made a lot of money.
Yep,
like
crossed
a
a billion.
lot of money.
Well, that's because I think Alice in Wonderland is profitable
oh,
as a
absolutely.
Disney
The
property.
original
So
Disney movie is
especially,
great.
yeah, and especially it's a good animated movie. Then you slap Tim Burton's name on it, and Tim Burton's just one of those directors where everybody will see anything he does. So I don't know.
Oh man, Helena Bonham Carter's in it, and they're just
Of course
all
she's
right.
in it.
Yeah.
No, it's just because they're not. Yeah, that was
The
an
next
opera
one
set.
is probably the most surprisingly I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too. Me too.
TMNT 2.
Yeah, Out
I
of
am
Shadows.
looking
Out of the
forward to
Shadows, which
this
is named
one.
after a video game that nobody liked, I guess.
Yeah, it's weird. Were you guys kind of surprised by the trailer?
Yeah,
And,
the
it
trailer had a
actually
lot of
seemed
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
And like the first one was like, it's Transformers but with turtles. And this one it actually seems like it's lighthearted and fun.
And they are giving into the fans completely. Like it's like
Yeah.
Bebop and Rocksteady look exact. Like it's just like in GI Joe Retaliation. Like nobody liked the first one, even though I think the first one's really good. But like, it's everybody's like, no, nothing looks like it does. Retaliation comes out and it's sort of a better movie, but like. And like they bring back all the fan service stuff, so this will maybe be a similar situation. And it's like, because I am down with this movie. This looks like so much
Yeah,
fun.
they look Bebop and Rocksteady. I mean, I'm not a huge TMNT guy, but I do like it. I do like TMNT as a franchise overall, and Bebop and Rocksteady look just so wonderfully brought to this
Yeah.
to the CGI
Oh,
screen. Bravo.
If I may, my relationship
Seriously.
with TMNT is as follows. I've learned everything about TMNT from all of the content producers on YouTube that have talked about how it affected their childhoods.
Yeah,
James
same.
Rolfe, Andre Meadows, all those guys. Those are those are the people that have taught me what Krang is and all that stuff. And I have watched the first season of the new series, and it's a good show. It's a good, fun, enjoyable show. So I'm looking forward to this one, and I know that Krang's going to be in it. and I think it might be a little bit too crowded with villains to the point where like so much fan service blows their minds. And
Yeah, this one might turn out that how Batman vs Superman does.
Yeah, but I'm down. I think maybe they're. I don't know. Is it the same director? I'm not sure.
I don't know. Let me just double check.
Director Dave Green. I don't think. I don't think he's the same guy. He directed Earth to Echo,
which everyone
and-
saw.
Look, all right.
Right?
Okay, we should probably move on. Now You
But I'm
See Me
looking
2,
forward to it.
worst titled film of 2016. I hate you, whoever named that. You call it Now You Don't. You idiot.
Oh,
Or
nice.
it used to be called Now You See Me, the second act, which I think was excellent, and they turned it
But
into.
it's still not as brain dead, obviously better as Now You
Yeah,
Don't.
now you don't.
Now You See Me,
Yeah.
Now You Don't. God. Anyway, Warcraft. I've already talked about how
What?
this
Whoa,
is basic.
Oh,
whoa,
Now You See Me
whoa.
too.
What? Who cares about Now You See Me?
I like
I do
the
because we
first
both
one.
reviewed it back on Cinemattack.
Yeah, I liked the first one, although terrible ending though.
Yeah,
Almost
really
a
weird,
movie-
stupid, terrible ending.
A movie-breaking ending almost. But I like the fact that they're adding Daniel Radcliffe. From the
Yeah, he had a
trailer, he
fun
looks
look.
like a
Alright.
really
Is
fun.
they really just gonna play up the whole? It's Daniel Radcliffe doing magic, but it's not the magic you remember him doing. It's like, all right.
Wait, nudge, nudge. Haha.
It's
Yeah.
funny. I think it could really work. I'm looking forward to it for sure.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Warcraft.
though. Big deal for me. Probably this might. I kind of don't really have a one most anticipated, but this is one of them, along with Civil War, to be honest. In retrospect, let me just retroactively add my pin to that, because Warcraft for me can be do or die. Because if Warcraft is good and a success, we can get a whole new line of fantasy films, which I think we desperately need, and we could actually get some good video game movies, which we also desperately need. However, it is not the last hope for good video game movies. Another one comes out later this year, which we'll definitely talk about. So I'm really hoping Warcraft is good, though, because there's potential there. I want more high fantasy movies. So Warcraft, make a bunch of money, and so studios just throw money at fantasy films. Elder Scrolls, make it happen.
True. Yeah. I see a lot of potential in it too, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. CGI's a little off. I hope they tweak it a little bit before release, but it looks
Yeah,
good,
you know,
just not
and
as
the
seamless
plot-
as I would hope.
The plot looks a little like Avatar-y, Pocahontas-y, but
I
I'm
think
down
they're
for that
gonna
again.
play it differently. I think they're gonna really
Okay,
focus on the
here's-
culture clash instead of like
Okay, that
protecting
works.
our home and nature and stuff. So I think they'll
right.
handle it better than that.
Okay,
hope.
I would like to point something out. First off, my connection with the series, I love Warcraft 3. It's one of my favorite computer games. Warcraft 3 is amazing. Do you guys know how how Warcraft 2 the game begins?
Do we have time for this?
No, I just want to say this real quick.
Okay.
Do you guys care?
No.
Warcraft 2
Unless
begins
if it-
with the events of the previous game being the bad ending of how it ended. Warcraft 2 begins with the orcs have won. Is the movie gonna do that? Because
Maybe.
that would be a big deal, I think.
Or the sequel does that.
Like, where, in the end, it's actually, because usually you think the humans win over the orcs, but, like, the orcs win, it's like, that could be great, I think that's, like, a really interesting angle, because the original game ended with either a good ending or a bad ending, and the bad ending was the orcs. So, will they do that in the movie? I kind of want them to.
We'll see. Next, Disney continues. Finding Dory.
Finding
Ooh,
Dory.
boy.
Nothing's known about the plot at this point.
The trailer
but
wasn't so good.
Yeah,
it was okay.
It's a weird trailer.
Yeah.
Very strange. Very odd. Very not good odd.
I think
But,
they're
like,
holding back for some of their better material.
Yeah,
in
I've-
later trailers.
You guys have seen what are the, like you've seen the new characters like an octopus, like a
Right,
great
yeah.
white shark named
Sure.
Destiny, like that kind of stuff.
I'm just waiting for the next trailer. Next
I
trailer,
like
I'll have
Finding
more of an
Nemo,
opinion.
but yeah, we don't have much
Yeah,
to
love
form an
Finding
opinion
Nemo.
on.
Yeah.
Central Intelligence, Dwayne Johnson.
I've
Kevin
never
Hart.
even heard of it. Up
Is it just me, or is every Kevin Hart movie the
A
same?
little heart and a big Johnson.
Like seriously, look at this poster
Can't get more
What?
classy than that.
with like
What?
big, confident cop, and what
Small
I'm Kevin Hart.
Kevin
What am I
Hart,
doing
yeah.
here? And compare it to Ride Along. What is different? Nothing.
That's true. That's
Nothing.
true.
Anyway, after that, we have Independence Day Resurgence,
Um,
which I think has an awesome trailer. Because
Yeah,
that
really.
speech is so good for a trailer. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Roland
And how it
Emmerich
cuts off
has the, best
Independence Day
trailers.
part.
Maybe like if you've seen the White House Down trailer where it's still like an Abraham Lincoln quote, like he's so good that like with trailers and like that whole thing. So
Oh yeah, the whole Godzilla campaign, the Stargate campaign.
Yeah.
The
he's
2012
so good
Godzilla
at trailers.
campaign.
Like that whole thing. Every time I've seen this, I've seen the trailer like twice. It's like we celebrate our and like
And
you didn't say independence,
it
and you're
like
like
stutters out. So good.
yeah, and it's like well, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
I am Hawkeye. I did not see that coming. Like that was crazy. It's such a good, and it was filmed in New Mexico. I will point out that that I know a few friends of mine who are extras in that movie. So
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's cool. I don't know. I was never a huge fan of the first, but
Me
I understand
neither.
why I got a sequel.
Yeah,
So
look-
I'll watch the first again and go see the second one. Looks fun.
The Legend of Tarzan, I have an immediate gut reaction to run away from any movie with the legend in the title.
oh, and
Yeah.
there was
Hercules.
Hercules.
What? Alexander Skarsgård is pretty
David
good.
Yates. Anybody? Anybody?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's the idea is like the opposite of what we've seen before, where it's actually post-civilized Tarzan, like going back. So that's interesting. It's got Christoph Waltz, Samuel Jackson, Margot Robbie, but I
Yeah.
just don't know what other stories to be told from Tarzan. That's it. So
I am interested to see once a trailer comes out
Yeah.
what they're gonna really do, because it's a great cast and I like how Tarzan looks. So with the pants, it's an interesting way to do it, the design.
Yeah, I'm pretty much down because this is David Yates. David Yates is a good director.
Yes, David Yates, Potter director, right?
Yeah.
Last four.
Yep. Right.
we got BFG, which was
My
a favorite of mine growing up.
favorite doll book.
Hopefully
Finally
Yeah,
it's
me
getting-
too.
Spielberg.
Third grade teacher reading it to me. Now it's Spielberg. I mean, it's like, okay, let's do it.
Secret Life of Pets, I have no idea what
Okay,
it's about. The
do you
trailer's
remember
just
the
kinda
trailer for
cutesy.
this though, Sean? It was like we watched it in the theater. It was like 3.5 minutes.
It's weird. Yeah.
It's- So,
Yeah,
like-
but it's from Illumination, and I like
Illumination,
Despicable Me
they
1
look
and
good.
2.
Yeah, I should also. I don't know if
so-
this is coming out. Like, are we going to talk about Ratchet and Clank at all? Is that
No, it's on the list. I don't know if it's.
all right?
it has
I just want to say
official
like
date yet.
that. I believe is also from Illumination, and it's also coming out this year. I think so.
Maybe.
it's good. It's a big year for them. This might be a little bit too like episodic, kind of like the Peanuts movie in a sense. So okay,
We'll
let's
see.
move on.
Ghostbusters, I'm pretty excited for.
Okay, yes.
I'm not.
Great cast. Why?
It's not okay. It's not that I'm not excited because it's a Ghostbusters movie. I think I love the idea of an all-female Ghostbusters. Good cast. We disagree on Spy, and I
The
don't want to
Spy
get
was great.
too
Shush,
into
we gotta
it.
move faster. So I'm just gonna
I
be.
just don't
Hey,
like
hey,
Paul Feig directing it.
Hey, I'm gonna abuse my hosting power and say we have to move on to shush your criticisms.
Well, I already put out what my thoughts were.
Well, I
so.
want to say
What?
I'm so glad that after years and years of women aren't funny, women aren't, all this stupid stuff, it's like finally like this is the movie that's gonna have 4 female comedians, and hopefully I'll get their own franchises as a result. I just want to see a trailer. I'm just where's the
dying for a
trailer?
trailer.
Just gotta get a
Didn't
trailer.
Bridesmaids sort of cut the whole women aren't funny thing?
Well, I mean, it was
I thought
cut
Bridesmaids would've
long
did that.
before that.
Yeah, but this is
anyway.
like a
Oh, yeah.
this is like a franchise block. This is the franchise age answer to the women aren't funny debate. Like,
basically.
I guess.
Yeah.
and the
Yeah, it
posters
should
are
be
really cool.
fun.
I don't know why I
They
really
are
like the
good.
posters.
They're
Yeah,
really good.
posters are cool. Yeah, nice job.
All right, Star Trek Beyond seems very Star Trekky to me.
The trailer was weird with the music choice and Fast and Furious, but
Well,
Star
yeah.
Trek.
I
Is it?
think
Well,
would be
wait.
good.
I haven't seen the trailer, but I know it's sabotaged by Beastie Boys.
Yeah,
right?
which isn't weird.
Yeah.
It's been in the other movies.
Right, but it's cut like a Fast and the Furious trailer.
Yeah, it
and
wasn't the
looks like a
best
Fast and the
approach, but
Furious
it seems
movie.
like a good setup. I'm down.
Sean,
Yeah,
trailer
it's
expert,
Justin
real
Lin,
quick.
and he knows
Yes.
how to direct a decent movie.
You think it's because they wanted to be, hey, the Guardians of the Galaxy movie had a good campaign, we should do that?
Little bit.
yeah,
I can see that.
Kinda.
Okay,
I don't
yeah.
know. I have faith that Lin will do a good movie. I just think it's gonna be very different than the last two, which I don't know how that contrast is gonna look, seeing as it's a trilogy. So I don't know.
Next up is probably the other shared, most anticipated, and I love that it's called this. It's called Untitled Matt Damon Bourne Sequel.
Oh, I thought you were about to say Ice Age Collision.
No, no one cares about
That's
Ice
a
Age.
joke. No one cares about
They
any more
want
Ice
you to
Age
know
movies.
this is a Matt Damon Bourne. And you know what?
Yeah,
That makes me excited.
of course. Matt Damon is the best.
and it's Paul
at
Greengrass
Bourne.
coming back. And Matt Damon actually helped write the screenplay, which is
Really?
great. Yeah.
Because he wrote. Wait, did he wrote
Goodwill Hunting and some other
Good Will
stuff.
Hunting?
but
Yeah, that's right.
So that's pretty cool. I don't have
Ooh,
any
Julia
problems.
Stiles. I haven't seen her in years.
Yeah,
That's
she's
great.
coming back in her
She
role
is
as
back.
Nikki.
And then Alicia Vikander is coming in.
Tommy Lee Jones, the villain, apparently, and I like the
Yeah.
way they're talking about it. It's an interesting concept. They're like this post Snowden, like digital spying world. What is Bourne doing in that? That's
Right,
interesting.
right.
So I'm really down.
Yeah.
Basically, how they said was we came back for another Bourne movie because the times had changed and we wanted to see Bourne in them. That puts all my worries to rest. That sounds like a great Bourne movie. So I'm very, very excited
Yeah.
for it.
Hopefully, Paul Greengrass will grab a tripod.
Nope. I've given up hope. At least it's not.
Oh,
at least
really?
this movie's
Oh,
not
okay.
on a boat.
I just wanted to play on that joke.
Yep.
'Cause I
No,
find that
I
joke
don't think
very
he.
funny.
I
Even
genuinely
though
don't think he knows
that
what a tripod
that style didn't necessarily bother me that much, but I just love that idea of
Yeah.
Greengrass. Grab a tripod.
He just doesn't know. He just doesn't know.
He doesn't know.
Next up is Suicide Squad, which is another one I think we've talked
Suicide
about pretty much as
Squad.
much as we can.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah,
It
I
looks
mean-
like a great ensemble cast.
I'm waiting
Love
for the trailer. Yeah.
When is the next trailer coming out? Do we know?
It was supposed to debut. It's supposed to debut on like CW doing Arrow or something in the next few weeks.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's right.
there's a
During
special that
during
they're
a
doing.
DC Batman v Superman special. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
they're doing a
Suicide Squad.
special and they're airing it then. Apparently, it's to Bohemian Rhapsody, which is awesome.
That was good.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
good.
awesome! Yes.
Yeah,
Wait,
cool.
it's gonna be like a weird
I hope so.
sort
Well-
of little girl singing the
Yes.
song kind of thing.
Do it.
No,
Do it.
it's not that. It's not that. I've read news reports.
Lame.
It's not. It is the song.
Okay.
but-
Well,
Oh, that's okay.
I'm looking forward
if they
to the
pull
trailer.
it off, it might be one of the greatest trailers of all time.
The reason I'm looking forward to this trailer is because the last time we talked about Suicide Squad, I said that the sizzle reel didn't impress me, and you guys, had your reasons, and I respected that. But I think this trailer is really the first time we're gonna really get a good look at the movie.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
like the
real.
first trailer.
There's a lot relying on this trailer.
I love the first trailer. Hi, this is Sean while editing. I took forever to post this, so the Suicide Squad trailer did go up. It is a genuine masterpiece, one of the best trailers I've ever seen, so please go watch it. Anyway, back to your regularly scheduled programming. Next up is one we don't know anything about, but it's Disney, interesting cast, Pete's Dragon remake, live action.
Yeah, we have
We have nothing
I would
on
think
it.
for a Disney movie we'd get
Nothing.
something by now.
Nope, we got nothing except that it's happening in the cast.
Hey, Redford.
Yeah,
Good
everyone's
cast. Good
Bryce Dallas
cast.
Howard.
Yep.
Another one that we don't have anything on, except that it exists in the cast, is the Magnificent Seven remake with Chris
Yeah.
Pratt, Denzel Washington.
Why is it being remade?
I don't know either. I don't get it.
Bam,
Ethan
bam,
Hawke.
Isn't that kind of one of the movies that we all agree doesn't need to be?
I just
remade?
don't really get it. I don't know. I would
It's like if
rather
someone
get
made a remake of like Good, Bad, and the Ugly. I'm like,
Yeah,
do you
I
really
would
need a
rather
remake?
honestly because it's pretty much the same movie. Only I think I would just lean more towards Samurai. I'd rather just get a modern remake of Seven Samurai before Magnificent Seven. But
I guess
Wait, I thought it was
so.
gonna be with Tom Cruise and Christian Bale and
I think
Chris,
that was
like,
the old rumored. I don't. I think this is
dang
a new
it.
cast.
Oh.
Girl on the Train, Max, as you said, it's looking good.
Hey,
There-
Storks.
It's a girl,
That's from the
it's on a
Lego
train,
movie.
there you go.
guys.
There you go. Yeah, Storks.
But guys,
Who cares?
Storks is from the Lego movie.
No,
they
okay,
made a
okay.
great movie.
Yeah, that's
Whoa,
true.
wait, what? What?
It's another
Hold
chance.
on.
It's another chance for
you
Warner
can,
Brothers.
Max, you can catch up later. I don't think we have time to go back to Storks.
Well, I'm just saying, Warner Brothers Animation made one movie and it was a big hit.
Yes,
so I'd like
but
to see what
this
their
one doesn't
follow-up
have those two writers directors on it. Next one,
Right.
quickly, Inferno. I've not seen Da Vinci Code
No.
Angels Demons, but I'm a fan of Tom Hanks, fan of Felicity Jones, and a fan of Ron Howard. Underworld 5 is happening. Jack Reacher's getting a sequel. That's strange, but apparently Jack
Yeah,
Reacher was
especially
actually
now.
pretty good.
All right,
Yeah,
Sean,
I like
I know
Jack
you're going
Reacher.
fast, but you have to stop for the next one.
I know.
You have to stop.
I know. Fantastic Beasts. No, Doctor Strange. We'll get to Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
The next
Definitely
three are
another
actually
one of my
quite
most
big. Actually, the next
anticipated.
the next five, and then we have five more
Next
movies.
six,
No.
all of them.
There are five more, and they're all big. But let's be as quick as we can. But there are only five left, so people bear with us. We will not go part two. We will not go
No,
part
we
two.
will not. Doctor Strange.
That
Yeah.
photo
Yeah, beautiful.
of
I
him
am
doing
so
like
down
the
for this
magic
movie.
between his hands looks
Yes.
so freaking good.
Oh man, brilliant job getting that character to the screen.
Yeah, it looks
First
awesome.
off, that was my
Costume
that was my
and
dream
Cumberbatch.
casting. That he was like I was like
Well, he was like
Cumberbatch.
90% of
Okay, Max,
geekdom's
don't.
dream
Okay,
casting.
yeah, seriously.
All
Everybody
right,
wanted
yeah,
Benedict
well, I
Cumberbatch
want
to
to
be
point out
Doctor
like
Strange.
this is like a dream casting actually happening,
And-
and I'm so like you've heard what people are calling this movie, right? Marvel's Fantasia.
See,
So down.
does that
so
mean that
down.
it has no story and it literally made me literally fall asleep in my class?
All right, Sean,
I think it
what
more-
they mean though.
I
You know
know.
what
I
they
think
mean.
it more so means it's very visually it's very visceral in its visuals
Okay.
and stylistic and artsy, and I don't know how to feel about that.
Okay, it's just the last time I heard that it was Ant-Man and it was Marvel's heist movie, and the heist elements really weren't that good, or were kind of weak. It's not like the movie relied on them, but it really wasn't. It didn't feel that much like a
Yeah,
heist
it
movie.
really wasn't as-
So
yeah.
hopefully we don't get there, and that was all just kind of buzzwords to make the press sound good.
Yeah,
And we
You
can
know,
still
you know what
get
I'm
a
gonna
good Marvel
predict?
movie.
This movie's gonna have
Yeah.
a great first trailer.
Yeah,
Doctor
probably.
Strange.
Marvel does
Great,
amazing
like
trailers.
a really awesome first trailer. I feel
well,
like
the
I
hype
have cursed
basically
it,
gets
though,
it
as
there
someone
already.
saying.
The hype has basically made it good right from the
Yeah.
onset.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know how the first act's gonna go. I have a pretty clear vision of where that's going. I just want to know what's gonna happen once he gets into the other dimension.
Don't know. We'll have to find out.
I don't know.
And that's
We'll
stuff
have
the
to just
trailer
wait
should not
and
show
see.
us.
Yeah, don't.
We saw some
don't go there.
concept art though.
Don't do it.
Tilda
That's fine.
Swinton concept art as the ancient one. That looks interesting, but I don't know. Ant-Man was really weird. That part of the movie.
But that
just,
part of the movie
it
was
was
so
great.
cool and how weird
it was
it was.
great and like emotionally interesting, but it was just so tonally. It was so weird.
Yeah, this is where that will fit.
right.
So this is
Right,
definitely
yeah.
the MCU movie that's going to kind of prove that Phase 3 can establish a lot of new stuff. Like, this is out there.
Yeah.
This is the Guardians of Phase 3, where they got to prove that they can pull off Doctor Strange. Just like
if you guys
know.
haven't noticed, every Marvel year the past few years has been established superhero movie, weird movie. Captain America: The Winter Soldier, Guardians.
Yep.
Age of Ultron, Ant-Man. Civil War,
Doctor Strange,
freaking
yeah.
Doctor Strange. And then
Yep.
and then
All right,
2017 is
next
like going to be 3
is-
movies, so who knows?
Yeah, the next is Max's most anticipated.
Yep, that's
Fantastic
right.
Beasts. and where to find
Fantastic
them.
Beasts and where to find them.
Solid enough first trailer, but we have, like, what, 2 clips?
Okay, that was made,
Yeah.
I think, for like all the Star Wars stuff. I really don't. There's no monster like.
Yeah,
There's no fantastic even fur in it. Like there's like that was made specifically for the big hype train going on with Star Wars.
Right,
I
so
don't think that's yeah.
Basically, before you go into what you're excited about, I just want to really quickly get my thoughts out. I don't have much to go on. I like Eddie Redmayne. I'm sure it'll be good. My only concern is just a tiny one. I just want to make sure that J.K. Rowling wrote it structured like a screenplay. Because she did write the screenplay, which is really great that she, took over. She wrote the book, so she took over and wrote the movie herself. That's great. I just hope that she watched the Harry Potter films and translated it to a film structure instead of book structure, But I think she will. I'm
I think
very
she
excited.
was okay. She's smart enough to be like, okay, you know what? I have plenty of evidence to suggest otherwise. But okay,
Oh no, that's the thing. I'm sure it will be great. It's just that's like my one area that might go wrong, but I doubt it will.
all right. So real quick, J.K. Rowling. I want you all to know that I have been a lifetime fan of her work, and I can't really say that for most things in general.
That's
I
fair.
can't say I have not been
Yeah.
a lifetime fan of most things except for Harry Potter and Pokemon. And for that reason, this movie is just because the possibilities are so crazy. And it's coming directly from the person who knows this entire universe. If there's ever a person on this planet who could have an entire galaxy in her head, actually, it would be J.K. Rowling. And she probably does. Because she's had everything planned out, and everything connects to something, and that's why I'm excited. I believe she has worked with Steve Kloves and other screenwriters to make sure this is a very cinematic adaptation.
Good.
Plus, we have an Oscar winner at the helm. Harry Potter
Yes.
doesn't even have that. Seriously, though, Fantastic Beasts. Seriously, though.
Yeah, props to the trailer for using some serious restraint. I mean,
Well,
we
I
didn't
don't
really
think they
get
had
much, but
footage.
No, they
I
don't
think-
have anything
I don't think they
yet.
physically
well,
had it.
okay, yes, but also it's just nice to have that style, being in trailers
That's
more
like
often.
it's basically like saying that someone that punches you with a broken arm is like a way to show restraint. It's like you
Okay,
can't
well, listen, I'm just
actually
it's
punch.
nice to see trailers showing restraint. It's a nice pattern
But
we're
I don't
seeing,
think
and I
it's
like
restraint if they physically can't show anything
Okay, no.
more.
Here's what I want to say. They show restraint with how much they go to the Harry Potter thing.
Sure,
Fine.
okay, that's fair.
There
Like
you go.
you hear the theme a tiny bit at the very end, but it's not the author of Harry Potter. It's J.K. Rowling invites you
Right.
back to the Wizarding
yeah,
World,
yeah.
and you
Right,
know exactly
and-
what that means, and it's gonna be awesome.
And then I like Redmayne, always great. And I've always said that adaptations from books to movies are always best when you have the author working somehow in the process. So this is probably going to be not only a great adaptation, but also just a great film. So looking forward to it.
I think quickly because again Disney's been kind of quiet on this one too. Moana.
They recently showed a tiny sliver of footage
It
in
looks
this
good.
extra on Disney Channel. The animation looks nice.
Yeah, no, I'm down for it. We don't have
cast
much.
is
really.
good.
Disney has a lot coming out this
Uh
year.
huh. Disney's taking over the
Like
world.
Disney, as in you see the Disney logo before the movie starts, not just like Marvel and Star Wars.
Well, yeah, and that too. But yeah,
Marvel and Star Wars and a bunch of animated stuff too.
But yeah, Disney itself. Yeah. Speaking of which,
This
This is my runner-up.
This is my most anticipated.
Yeah.
and this is my other
of the
shared
year.
because Star Wars, Rogue One, a Star Wars story.
Star Wars. I just love how we're getting a movie that isn't about Force users.
Well,
It's like about
Finally, we're
wars or
delving.
something.
But
That's so
here's kind of the
weird.
downside to that. Emotionally speaking, I don't care about Rogue One.
Oh, well, I
I'm
do.
not that excited. It's just the fact that it's Star Wars. Of course, I'm going to see it, and I'm sure it will be good. But emotionally, I'm not like, antsy to see Rogue One. Because, to be frank, I don't care how the Death Star plans were stolen. Now, they're going to make me care, I'm sure. I'm sure I'm
Right.
going to start. I'll care about the characters. It'll be well written, all that. I'm sure. I'm not discounting the movie right now. But that's the thing about the main series is it's always something is going to be big and you care about and all that. This is the first one where I'm kind of just, I'll see it.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes it's just nice. I love how Star Wars is a franchise so big and so successful. We have the time to make other movies about other aspects of the universe.
No, it's the Star Wars
trail
stories
off of
is
it.
a wonderful idea.
Yeah, honestly, we have Felicity Jones, who's a fantastic actress, leading the way. And I haven't really done too much research on how it exactly connects to the other movies.
It's just them stealing Death Star plans.
It's the paragraph.
No, but I hear Felicity Jones's character is like related to another character.
Can we not?
I don't. I don't know what it is. I just saw it. I just saw a tweet about it. But
And as
I was saying, can we not to you? I was saying to like the movie.
as I believe one of the
Yeah.
producers said at Star Wars Star Wars Celebration, God's not coming to save them, and I'm so hyped to know like what that means.
Yeah, that's good. And the rumors that Vader will appear. That's cool.
That's
Yes,
awesome. Get
that
James
would
Earl
be
Jones. He'll actually
awesome.
say things other than "Is Padme still alive?" And no.
Anyway,
but
before
I just
slip
like it.
lazily into prequel hate.
I'm just saying
Hey.
they underutilize his talent. You know this.
But again, I just like how it's this war movie that also is a Star Wars movie. I think it'll be interesting to see how they delve into other aspects of the franchise that aren't necessarily Jedi related.
Yeah.
So I'm looking. That's my
We're
most
getting
anticipated,
we're getting
mainly
a Star
for that
Wars
reason.
war movie. Why don't we get a Star Wars actual sci-fi movie? Like actually sci-fi.
That's true. We haven't gotten
The
that
whole
halfway.
star part of that Star Wars thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick shout out to Passengers, which was just announced. Jennifer Lawrence and Chris Pratt in two insanely likable leads. So I have
right.
no idea what the movie is, but with those two, that's pretty big.
Finally, Jennifer Lawrence decides not to work with David O. Russell on something on a one-off.
She's been in
Finally.
Hey,
so
and Michael
much of
Sheen,
it.
Lawrence Fishburne in it too. That's pretty cool too.
Yeah. Okay.
Just
now here's the big
3
one.
nominations for 3 Russell films.
Okay. Here's the last one.
boring.
We're at the final stretch, you guys.
Yeah.
This has been in the works for a long time. This has so much effort and talent behind it. It just might redeem the video game movie if Warcraft doesn't, or it will solidify it if Warcraft does do well. And that is Assassin's Creed, with Michael Fassbender and Marion Cotillard, which is the second time those two have worked together, and the third will be in the remake of Casablanca, dang it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, right? Rick and Elsa, please.
And Justin Kurzel directed the Macbeth 2015. Oh man, I wanted to see that for a while.
Please, let it be good. Fassbender has yet to disappoint me. And need
neither
good...
is Marion Cotillard.
Right. We
really.
need... And Brendan Gleeson and Jeremy Irons. Come on.
Is this an adaptation of the first game?
No, this is completely new, just in the world of Assassin's Creed. Kind of using its setup.
One of the writers wrote Tower Heist and Exodus: Gods and Kings.
That's not...
Hey, we could do this.
The
We could do
other
this
writer
all day with other
also
stuff.
wrote
You
those
know
movies.
this.
Yeah, but the writer of Macbeth, yeah. People have a range of quality. I'm excited for it because I just have such high hopes that it will redeem video game movies.
The
if
pictures
Warcraft
look good.
doesn't. Or again, or it will herald in that it wasn't just a fluke with Warcraft. The video game movies can be awesome now.
Yeah, Fassbender looks really cool in the costume.
He does. He does.
So, honestly, the whole, video games can make great movies, too. I've never been so passionate about that argument.
Well, I think there are just those select few that really need to get made. So.
Yeah, I just think the more important... I honestly just care about it being a good film more than just being a good video game
Oh,
movie.
well, sure. It's just so...
Because, I don't know, it's just...
It might let us get The Last of Us with Hugh Jackman and Maisie Williams. If that happens...
I think that's already a thing, though.
No,
whatever.
it's just
All
a
right,
rumor.
let's not dwindle on this too much.
Okay.
I don't
So,
care
because-
personally, but that's just me.
Well, that's the last one of the year that I will be highly
Wait, guys,
anticipating.
let's all have a chance to talk about Sing, the movie that
Well,
we
hey,
all know
can we
about.
just say...
and all know
Can we
very
just
well.
say... Look, let's just say Illumination's coming out with 2 movies this year. That's
pretty cool.
That's pretty impressive.
It's like like Pixar.
It's starting to reach
just like
Pixar
that.
levels. And honestly, I talk a lot about animation companies, and the game for animation is just growing more and more. And I think Illumination making 2 movies a year is just really it's a big step for them.
What about Sly Cooper? That movie's supposed to come out this year.
None of them have dates. Don't have the dates, Max.
It's the date.
So we have to end the list.
Okay,
Sorry. We have to
hopefully
end
that
it.
comes out. I don't know.
We have to end this seriously. This is getting long, but it is over, and we've gone through the year of 2016. Those are our thoughts, and it'll be interesting to see how many of the ones we were excited for end up on the least favorite of 2016, and how many we underestimated pop up in the favorite. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Question is, what are you most excited for in 2016? And did you manage to get through this entire episode?
No, the
Most
question is, what are you
anticipated and
least
least
excited-
anticipated.
Okay,
Yeah,
least
most and
anticipated.
least.
Yeah.
How do you even do that? Like, I guess mine would be Gods of Egypt, but I don't know.
Okay.
That's because you actively don't want to see it.
So
Yeah.
until next time, which will be shorter, but this was fun. I don't want to sound negative. It just took its time. Until then, my name is Sean,
My name is Larry.
And my name is Max.
and here's to a better 2016, I guess.
Yeah.
Here's hoping all the movies are good.